Oh, the next show. Okay, wait. Before I get into that, there was a thing with this Bill Chase guy. There was
Yes.
a Deathproof was shut down, right?
Yeah, Bill Chase, I okay, Deathproof and another company in Hamilton, which I won't mention because they're assholes and they fucked me out of money after the show.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Bill Chase.
So yeah,
was
we're
there.
not gonna put them over
Yeah,
there.
Bill Chase worked for them, and then after that they shut down. They blamed us and said, we're the reason they shut down. I don't know, some bullshit. It's 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't even know. It's under the rug. I don't even care.
Yeah, Warhead's got bigger things to worry about these
Yeah.
people anyway.
So then later on, Bill Chase came back into the wrestling scene, but he took his training and he was health and safety, and he was finding us for like, oh well, this is bad. You can't be doing this. This guy hasn't had his blood checked, like blood test stuff. And then finally, down in Hamilton last year, we did a flaming table, and he shut us down because it was too close in proximity to the fans. And he literally pulled the plug. We had no music, we had no mics, we couldn't explain anything, gave us our cease and desist, and that, like, fucked with us hardcore.
Yeah, like you
Hardcore.
actually went on. I don't know if you call it hiatus, but you guys were actually shut down.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know if Deathproof was returning. I kept seeing like things like on social media pop up like, we want Deathproof back, blah blah blah. Like people were like, lots of people know wrestling as angles and stories, but people were generally upset about this. Like they took it to heart, and like as far as I know, we won't touch on that, but it was real. Like this wasn't
emotion.
part of the story. This was not part of the story. Like Deathproof had to shut down for a while. So at the last show, the tournament, you fought him for the rights to Deathproof to run again, or
It was, if he wins, if he beat me, like, square and fair, I won't run ever again, because it was actually No Limits presents the Death Proof tournament.
right? Because it wasn't a Deathproof show. They were just using the tournament.
They were hosting us.
Yes.
So, if he beat me, that's it, I'll never run again. If I beat him, he, cancels the cease and desist, we're allowed to run shows again. Well, he beat me, but he got disqualified because Rain came in and hit me with a weed whacker.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like, yeah, you may have won, but technically you lost. You cheated. You're supposed to beat me fair and square.
Nice. So does that mean Deathproof is back full fledged now? Like,
Oh yeah,
we're back to where we were before that.
Yeah, we're running May 19th.
Yes, and that is I wanted to talk about that. That is a charity event. Is it for Shawnee Mo, I
It's
believe?
for Shawnee Mo. God, you're gonna make me tear up.
Sorry, man, but we got to include
yeah.
this, right? We got to put over the next show.
Because Shawnee Mo was diagnosed with brain cancer.
And he was one of like
He was
the
the
Deathproof bunch.
star, dude. He was like the poster boy. He was the next Warhead. He would do anything to entertain the crowd, violence-wise, pain-wise, doesn't matter. Yeah, and he's got brain cancer, and the doctors said he's got 5 to 7 years to live.
So all the proceeds you're raising is going to him?
Going to his daughter to build a college fund for her because he's off work with radiation and all that shit. So
Right.
we want to give his daughter a good future when he's gone.
So all the tickets that are purchased for this event will
It's
go.
like proceeds, merchandise is going to be cut from the merchandise.
You're gonna do the staple thing again?
Oh yeah, Matt Cash is going to do the staple thing. And okay, so Boobapalooza, Shawnee Mo raised $305
Yeah, for breast cancer,
for
right?
breast cancer. For Balls Mahoney, I raised $515. So I think Matt Cash is going to beat that.
Yeah. Oh, probably.
I think he's going to beat that. It's 5s, 10s, 20s, anywhere on the body, 50s and 100s on the head.
Well, like, I mean, everybody feels for breast cancer, but knowing this guy,
Knowing this guy personally and what he's done in Deathproof.
the fans are gonna go, I hope they do anyway. He deserves it. And I think there's a bad stigma about Deathproof, that people are like, oh, it's
Oh, we're hooligans.
yeah,
Oh,
but you
we're
guys,
savage.
we're not. You're
we're
just
a violent
giving a
bunch.
product that people want to see, but you guys have a good heart. You're doing charity shows, for God's sakes. Like, and that shows a lot about the class of not only Warhead, but everybody associated with Deathproof, in my opinion.
We do charity shows. We help all the new kids, like, give them a chance, give them a platform to showcase their abilities. If they suck, well, then they don't get a call back. But
Yeah, but you still let them feel
Oh,
love.
yeah.
And then maybe a couple years down the road, they could get another crack
Yeah.
at it too, right? Like,
yeah, like there's some guys that have been trying to get into Deathproof for a while, and then it's like, okay, 2, 3 years later, all right, I've got a spot for you now, kid.
So also one thing I want to talk about, I do these Willer shows every day. Not that many people watch them, but a couple people do. And I was talking about.
I just leave it right up.
Yeah, no, you comment on a lot, and I appreciate that. It kind of puts me over. So I was talking about how like people in Ontario, they never want to work together. Like they're always like, if you're on a show, you'll click like and you'll share it, but like people don't want to share shows they're not on, or they don't
Exactly.
want.
Like, hey, if I'm not booked, I'm not sharing it. It's like, all right then,
Or
fuck you.
you're friends with people when you know that you're going to be on shows with them, but then once you're not, you're shit talking them. But I noticed with Deathproof,
I should talk to everyone. I fucking hate everyone.
all of you used to hate wrestling
Oh,
too.
I do still hate wrestling. I love Deathproof. I hate wrestling.
Oh man. But you guys have partnered with like there was like a lucha one you did.
Oh, Lucha-Proof,
and now
yeah.
you're partners with like No Limits.
No Limits is actually. I took Pierre under my wing quietly, and I've been training him on how to be a promoter for like the last 2 years.
Oh really?
Yeah,
He seems to be doing really well for himself.
Exactly. His first show, boom, over 100. Second show, boom, over 100 draw. Like,
Man.
I've trained him on what to do, what right things to do, what not to do. If people are shit talking you online, fucking keep your mouth quiet.
Yeah.
Let them look like the idiots.
True enough. You
Yeah.
don't want to lower yourself to their standards
Yeah.
either, right?
And Lucha-Proof, myself and Lucha Jordan have just been talking like today and yesterday about how we're going to do another Lucha-Proof at the end of the year, like September-ish.
But and also the Youngblood title's been defended in quite
Oh,
a
yeah.
few different promotions. Like,
Oh yeah.
This to me is best for business. Like if everyone's helping in Ontario, then everyone's gonna get more at the shows. And some people disagreed with me on that, but you're obviously on board. What do you think the benefits are of working with other promotions and, you know, just
We basically-
showcasing Deathproof and
We
other
share our
companies?
fans. We share our fans. Like, it's like, hey, I want my fans to see your product, your fans to see my product, and then they'll come to both of our shows.
Exactly.
Because some fans don't even know about Deathproof, and what they know of Deathproof, they hate. They're like, oh, well, they're just bad guys.
They just assume.
Yeah, they
that's
just
why I'm
assume
doing
we're
this
blood
whole
and guts.
series. I'm doing every promotion in Ontario that's
Yeah.
active. It's just like, to me, my heart's with Ontario wrestling. It's where I've wrestled my whole life.
Same here,
and-
man. I
and-
didn't like traveling.
And
I tried.
everyone's negative, and I just want to be positive. And the negative is better to watch. Like you want to hear the disses. You want to hear I love to watch the shoot interviews where people are saying stuff, and I love that stuff. But I just don't want to be that guy. I want to put everyone over.
You're not that guy. You're too nice.
I know. If I have nothing nice to say with someone, I just won't say it. But that's the whole reason I'm doing that. But for you, like you're doing with other companies, whatnot, do you feel that's something you're going to continue doing?
Well, for the Give Us Your Money charity event, one of the raffle prizes is a golden ticket. So it's like, I'm actually literally going to get a golden ticket and print all the companies on that are helping me. But I've got 5 companies that are willing to do this. It's whoever wins the golden ticket gets free general admission to their shows for the rest of 2018.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So they can pick the company of their choice. Like if
Yeah,
they're
they just
closer to
walk
this
in.
one,
Yeah,
or they just like
walk
this
in
one better.
Let's go to Brantford MCW. Boom. Got my golden ticket. There.
Nice.
I've asked all the promoters. I've got 5 on board right now. I'm trying to get more on board. Whatever will raise money for Shawnee Mo's charity show.
I think you guys are gonna do real well, and you're also giving it time to promote it. Like
of
it's not
course.
like it's in 2 weeks and now you're just getting on it. It's in May 19th, right?
Yeah, May 19th.
Oh man. So,
Usually I do Warhead's birthday bash because I go all out and get stupid, and sometimes I wrestle drunk. But this one is like, fuck my birthday. This is for you. This is
Oh.
for my brother.
And just before I forget, something else announced for the charity is you're actually doing a seminar, I believe this month or next month?
In 2 weeks.
In Hamilton.
Next weekend, yeah.
Hamilton Wrestling Academy or
Yeah,
Hamilton,
yeah.
the RIP school, right?
Yeah.
And all the proceeds will go to that as well, right?
Yeah, and it's not even like ticket prices to attend. It's like you pay whatever you feel the seminar was worth to you. If you learned something, cool, throw me $20. If you think you learned like a little bit, throw me $5. I don't care. This is not for me to make money off them. This is for me to help the new generation of wrestlers make money, and get better and get more bookings and present themselves to promoters better. Because I've gotten emails from people saying, hey, I want to work for your company. All right, I don't know what you look like. I've never seen your work. Why am I going to book you, kid? Give me a reason.
But I mean, at least they're trying, where some people don't even try. But you're right, there's ways to go.
Yeah.
And no one taught us this stuff when we
no
came
one
up.
taught us that shit at all, man.
Like at wrestling school, I learned how to chain wrestle. I never learned no psychology. I never learned how to act on a show, any of that stuff. I was just
All
kind
we
of
were
thrown
told
into
were,
the fire.
Pay your dues, set up the ring, set up chairs.
Shake everyone's
hands.
Yeah.
This is going to go more in depth on just, I'm not going to spoil it now because I want people to come to the seminar.
Yeah, we're not giving you
Yeah.
no.
No freebies, and I'm not filming it because we do talk about trade secrets. So fans aren't allowed to come. It's just for rookies, green kids, workers that want to better themselves, and I want to help people with their characters.
Yeah, and some people may say, well, I'm a way better wrestler than Warhed. What
That's
can he
fine.
teach me?
I'm not
But
a
this
wrestler.
guy has a brand, Warhed, a history of violence. He's got a brand.
Cute but deadly.
And
Yeah.
then we haven't even got into that yet. But he's doing it for a long time. He's got his faithful followers. He has a logo. He's had
I
a
have a
gimmick. He's
brand.
had the floppy gimmick.
The brand.
He's
You
an
gotta
icon
brand
in hardcore
yourself.
wrestling, so he knows how to get a following and keep it up. So you may think, oh, I can do better chain wrestling
That's
than Warhed. But that's not what he's teaching you. He's teaching you things that are more important than that sometimes. It's not just about the moves in wrestling. Sometimes it's how you can conduct yourself, like
How
you said.
respect is sometimes worth more than talent.
For sure it is. Like, over the years, look at the Ultimate Warrior. He
Oh,
was a horrible wrestler, but he was the most
awful.
popular,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Because he had a brand, he had the face paint, like he marketed himself, or WWE marketed him to be like this huge superhero.
exactly, and that's what Warhed is. Warhed, in my opinion, is like
He's
the
a
hardcore superhero
Yeah.
of Ontario.
I'm a
really.
vigilante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what else do we have to cover here? So, with the tournament, you've had some unique matches. Is every match different? Is it 8-man, 3 rounds?
8-man, 3
or
rounds,
8
yeah.
people? Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
No, because there was like a 5-way match in one of the.
no. That's just another match on the card.
That wasn't for the
Yeah.
tournament. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you have to win 3 matches to
Yep.
be crowned the
Yep.
Deathproof tournament champion, right?
Yeah.
Man,
And I hate going 3 matches in one day.
Gee, especially those type of matches.
Of course,
like,
it's endurance.
man,
It's like the first match will be something simple, like barefoot Lego or like Slaughterville Slugger.
that's not simple.
But it's okay. Yeah, wrestling.
Maybe for
wrestling's-
those guys, yeah.
Okay, simple would be like chairs and a table, but like it's like not so bad. Then we up the ante for the second round, where it's like barbed wire webs and whatever the other one was. I can't even remember what the other one was.
Oh, I
But
don't
then
know.
for the
I know
main-
I've seen some of the first round because there was a vote, like
Yeah.
pick which one you want to see.
And then for the main, take off the mats, take down the ropes, put up the barbed wire. You're bumping on wood for the main.
Oh, jeez, I seen some highlights. Like I noticed you guys put out a lot of like highlight like.
No, that's fans that are filming it.
Okay, so it's the fans. And like on your website, you'll have one, like you guys do have a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
but most of it is like, hey, we're not giving you this for free. You can stream it or rent it or buy it, which
But
is smart.
here's a match.
But
Here's a
yeah,
match.
you'll give you a teaser, like say, hey, I want to go to that next show and stuff. I feel like you really have a good understanding of the business and promoting. So what do you get more joy out of, wrestling or promoting?
Promoting.
Really?
Yeah, promoting and helping other people like develop their characters. I love that. I love watching someone like Aiden Rain.
Yeah.
Aiden Rain was a little bitch. He was just like the little runt of the crew. Boom, tried to push him as a star. He was fucking Youngblood champion. Everyone loved him, and then the fans turned on him. So I'm like, all right, how do you do this? How do you come back from the fans turning on you? You're a heel now, kid.
Yeah, you got to listen to what the fans
He
want.
came out to save me for a match, and he's like, he had my back. He was standing in front of me, facing off against the bad guys. Turns around, clocks me in the face.
Oh, jeez.
Instant heel, instant heat. People hate him. It's like, and now.
And it was like organic, like the
Oh.
fans were almost deciding this themselves, so it's like, go with it, right? So what's some, I know you were really close with Balls, right? And you guys did a memorial thing, and it's not one of those ones where some people are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You actually were with his wife and like giving her proceeds, was it not?
Oh yeah, I contacted her. I'm like, I don't want to donate this to your Kickstarter because Kickstarter takes like 7%. I want to send this directly to you. She's like, okay, we'll figure it out. And she didn't even know how much we raised for her. It's like $1,000 Canadian, but it turned out to be like 750 American.
Oh, the exchange, right?
But I sent it to her, and she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. It was right before Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Our kids, right?
Yeah, she's just like, Paul's had a boy, so like, it was just awesome. It was awesome that she thought I was only going to send her like $100. It's like, no, this will cover your Christmas, and like, don't worry.
Oh, jeez.
We were friends of Balls, we loved Balls. Here you go. We did this for you.
That's awesome. But also, like, you guys have come up with so many different, unique things. Is it a challenge now to come up with new stuff? Like, do you get writer's block ever? Or, like, where you're like, what are we gonna do to top that last show? Like,
Well, sometimes, yeah.
like, geez, you guys have done so much, and
Or you just recycle material from the past, like, oh, we haven't done that for a while, let's bring this back.
or true, like, or we haven't seen these people do that
Yeah.
much too, right? Putting different people in different spots.
Of
So,
course,
what
yeah.
is, would you say, is your favorite concept or idea that you came up with for Deathproof? Even if it's just a character for someone, or a match, or like a storyline that played out-
Salvation.
What is this?
Salvation was Adam Hayes recruiting all these good-bodied wrestlers, like good technical wrestlers, to take down Deathproof because they didn't believe in hardcore, they believed in pure wrestling.
Oh yes.
That was the greatest angle, and that's what fans followed. They were hanging off the story after every show. They wanted to know what was going to happen next. It was intense, dude. It was great. It was the hardcore guys that weren't trained versus the pure wrestling guys. The funny thing was, Eazy-E was on the Salvation side back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't take him long to switch over and see the
See the
light
light.
at Nintendo, right? And what would you say has been like your favorite match that you've ever seen? Like, is there any ones that like really just like almost bring tears to your eyes, or you're just like, man, I helped create this. Like, it must be really cool after a show.
Carino and Ultimo Dragon was amazing. That was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's just like, all right, thank you, Mark P from up in C4. Thank you for giving me the hookup. Let's try this out. Let's hope fans come to this, and it was awesome. Like, Carino loved it because Carino actually messaged me. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be in Toronto the day before. Nudge, nudge.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Can you work with me on this? Of course.
And you won't see that again. I mean,
No.
Carino's in the Fed. Like, who
Carino's
knows
in the
how
Fed.
he's so smart that he might stay there for a long time.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he's got a real knack. And like, do you listen? Like, when you bring talent in, you've had some great talent. Do they? Have you ever had any problems with people not wanting to do that style, or you just let them know beforehand?
I always make sure that I ask people what their comfort levels are. Like, I'm not going to just like take, let's say, Jody Thread and throw her in a barbed wire match.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Do you want to try hardcore? Cool. If you don't, I can work around that and make people think you're hardcore.
That's
Like,
true.
there's ways to go around these things, but everyone thinks like, yeah, I'm going to smash you in the head with a chair. No, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, there's almost like SmartCore now, like where the business evolved, like, and the stuff we know about concussions and stuff now too. It's like, I wish
Put
we
your
would have
hands
known
up,
what
put
we
your
know.
arm up.
Yeah, we didn't know. We were like, how that was almost like an insult if you put your hand up back in the day, right? Like, how dare you put your hand
How
up?
dare you put your hand up and make it look weak? Yeah.
We
I've
know
got 13 concussions. I went through over a year of vertigo.
Man, and just with that too, you're very resilient. And like,
Oh, there's been times I just want to quit. I just want to quit wrestling because of all the bullshit drama and all the injuries, but the Deathproof family is what I do it for. Like, I do it for the fans that actually appreciate what I do. I do it for the young kids that look up to me and like they want me to give them that chance to like, boom, here's the ball, kid, run with it.
so this is what I was gonna say. Once you are unable to wrestle or choose not to wrestle anymore, will you still continue to do the Deathproof? I know you said you love promoting even more than the wrestling.
Possibly. I don't know yet. There's been a couple times where I just wanted to end it, like just stop. I've had a lot of friends turn their backs on me in the last 2
This is not a
3
nice
years.
business, this
Oh,
wrestling
it's-
business. It really is.
People that are your friends for 10, 14 years, and then they just turn on you.
And unfortunately, it happens more than it should.
Yeah.
But like, so you're kind of uncertain about the future. We do know you're set for having a great 2018, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, so after the charity show, you guys are gonna run some more shows for
Yeah,
sure.
oh
or-
yeah. We've got Lucha Proof in September.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like I'm being more smart about it. I'm not gonna just run every month, every 2 months. I'm gonna run smart about it. I want to be able to build up to it and have like great, fantastic shows because I've seen companies running and they're drawing 25 fans. It looks bad, man. It looks bad. Like, those fans will think all independent wrestling is like that.
It's true. Like, they used to say, "Oh, kill the town," but where everybody
kill
is,
the
it's
venue.
Ontario now,
Yeah.
not in just a venue. Like, you're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna travel an hour to this show because it's as bad as this one. So with that being said, for people who have never gone to a Deathproof show, or maybe just doubt them or seen a clip online or whatever, what can you say to them to get them to come to your show? Like, what are you offering at Deathproof that they maybe they just have a bad reputation about it?
It's a party.
So you're gonna have a fun time, right?
It's gonna be a great time. You're gonna join the family. And Deathproof Virgins, I always pick them to do the opening shot with me.
So what is this? You do an opening?
Oh, you know, yeah, you've never been to a Deathproof.
No, it's always mostly on Sundays, and I got the cameraman, and I
The
don't drive.
last one was on Saturday.
I know, the guy invited me. He even said he'd give me a free VIP ticket, but I'm just like, ah.
So basically, at the start of a show, after I do my opening spiel, hand out free porn because we're sponsored by Love Shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I pay for 20 shots from the bar, and then myself and my crew in the ring with me get a shot, and then I pick out newbies, like Deathproof Virgins, sacrifice those Deathproof Virgins, raise your cup, because in Deathproof, we drink, fight, and fuck shit up.
Yeah, so you're really interactive with the crowd, right? Like,
yeah.
Like the crowd are part of the show, would you say, or?
Sometimes they get a little too part of the show, and then, you know, we have to, like, say, hey, just calm your shit here, like,
Yeah.
don't touch the wrestlers, don't throw raw bacon at the wrestlers, don't cover their suit with the ketchup, like.
Well, alcohol and violence, some people, you know, they get
Yeah.
a little carried away, and maybe they're blackout, they don't even know what they're doing, but that's part of the atmosphere, though, but you just gotta kind of reel it in if it goes too far.
Yeah.
And I've noticed Deathproof is like I was saying earlier, they kind of have a cult following or whatever, but you guys are like very smart about how you do social media. Like,
Yeah.
how important do you think social media is
Social media
to wrestling?
Huge. Like, do not shit talk your fellow companies on social media. Do not shit talk other wrestlers. Promote yourself. Worry about yourself and your company and your workers.
Like how? Not only that, like I started this series, and after the second episode, which was like Alpha 1 or something, Warhed messaged me and said, "When's the Deathproof one?"
Yep.
That's how he is on social media. He was right away. He's like, "When are you doing the Deathproof one?" And I was like, "Oh, well, there's probably like 15 or so before you." And
You said in about 2-3 weeks. I'll let you know. All right, cool.
And I
And now look
messaged
where
him
we are
yesterday.
today.
I messaged him yesterday and I said, "Hey, it's gonna be Monday or Tuesday." He was like, "What time?" And so you're doing this for Deathproof. Like you're so involved. You're so.
Yeah. It's
How
my
much
baby.
time do you dedicate to this?
It is
product?
my baby.
Like spending 6 hours just making one weapon. Like.
Yeah, I'll spend a whole like afternoon in the garage just making weapons for like the tournament, or I bought a casket, dude.
Oh yeah.
I bought a casket.
Or the shirts. Like you design all the.
I design all the shirts. I'm
of them. All of them?
designing. Oh yeah, all of them.
Jeez, man. So I don't wanna. I was gonna ask you like, what's your next big shirt, or what's the next big show? But
I can't say it because it's an exclusive shirt for the Shimo show, and I don't want to give it away yet.
All right, so I guess we'll end on that because I mean my camera only has so much storage,
Yeah.
and I'm very grateful for you because I'm gonna make this a two-parter, so I don't have to film anything tomorrow.
All right, cool.
And I hope. Is there anything else you want to say before we go, or anything to the Deathproof fans, or?
Deathproof.
There you go. Thank you very much, Warhed, for coming on appearing. This is part 17 of the Ontario Promotion Spotlight. I'm your host, Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba.